Hello everybody, down at the allotment. It's been, I haven't been here every day like I normally am, with what's going on at home and obviously with work as well. So luckily Brian has been watering the plants and things the best he can. There's a lot of positives going on at the allotment. There's the size of the bell peppers. I'll show you them in them 9-litre air pots that I got off Gary. I'll show you them. I'll show you the watermelons that I found on my travels here today as well. I'll show you them. I've got some tomatoes which are ripening off as well. So out of all the negatives I've got, there is a few positives as well. Regards to the negatives, I've not been here, of course, like I've just mentioned, so the weeds and everything have caught up. There's a lot of work to be done in the background. So I've got a couple of days off as of tomorrow. I'll be down here getting as much tidied as possible in preparation for materials coming, because I've got a few bits and pieces of materials coming for preparation for next year. I've got next door to tidy up as well and get sorted out. But let me get you taken down and show you around the positives in any case. This lavender is going to go out when I get a chance. I'm going to put some next door. I'm going to take some home. I'm going to have a look to see where I can put it, and I'm going to put it in there. The massive bell peppers I've got in the 9-litre air pots, as you can see, they're huge. I mean, I don't know if you can see properly or not, but there's my arm. It's about the length of my forearm, and it's got a nice thick stem on it, like. And it's starting to get some bell peppers on there. So these are the ones that I got the bell pepper off Paul Rochester, and I popped these in the 9-litre air pots, and that's where these ones are. I'll show you the ones I've got outside. That's exactly the same one, but kept in a smaller pot, and you can see the difference in size. You definitely see a difference in size. So there's not really else a lot in here. The crocosmia that I got sent to me will need to go outside, which I will put down outside. This garlic's drying off lovely as well. So there's a few there that looks like they've rotten, but I'll sort them out. So the crocosmia can go outside, and I might be able to get some more cuttings. In fact, I will be able to get some more cuttings off these. This geranium, couldn't think of the life of me there what it was, so I can get some more of them. I've got the other ones at the back here, which I'll probably get a few more of. But I'll see how that goes. I have actually brought some Sweet William down. Now these won't flower this year, they'll flower next year. So I need to separate all these. So there's a late night potting session, one day over the next coming days. I need to get all my trays and everything ready for that, so look out for that. So I'll take you outside and I'll show you the difference from the giant ones here and the ones I've got in buckets outside. So these are the ones I put in the buckets late. Now it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 here. Now I put these in buckets because they were stuck in the little ones. So these ones here are just taken away outside. I've not watered them or nothing like that. I've just left them outside to see how they did get on and started getting fruit on. So I'll give these a water off and I'll see how they get on. That's where they're at, the ones that's outside. I will find a better place for them than there. These gladiola are beautiful. They're lovely, these gladiola. I don't even remember where I got them from. I can't remember if these are the ones I came from last year neither. So they're coming, the fact they are the ones from last year. They're lovely them. And there's plenty more. I will be digging these up this year because, as you can see, I've mentioned before, there's lots of little ones here. So they're looking alright. The chrysanthemums, the mini mums, are starting to get the buds on the top, so there should be plenty of colour coming off these shortly. All of these ones I've got in here, I've got plenty of them in here. Dahlias, pot dahlias, which have fallen over, are starting to produce some flower. One there, little one there, that one at the back there, looks like a nice one. We've got another one that's there as well, little pom-pom. There's a lot going on in this orchard. Apples, nice and clean, them apples. I'm pleased with them this year so far. Same with all of them as well. So the last couple of years I've had ones where they've been marked, but this year they're looking nice and clean. I say mark, they've got, wait, there you go, they've got like little spots like that on the top of them and stuff. But these only get used for cider, so it doesn't make really much of a difference, but I'm pleased that cutting them back and everything has helped. I do have a few pears on there, so I haven't lost everything with the pears. So as you can see in there, got some pears on there. The cabbages, these are the first lot of sunset ones I put in. I've been eaten by things, probably because of the caps and that I've got down the side of the netting there. I need to do better netting. I need to buy some better netting as well. They're coming along alright. I'll see if they come out, the heads come out any better than the ones that I've got over there. So let's take you into the tunnel and we'll see how things are getting on in there. So into the tunnel, like I say, I've not done anything in here for a couple of weeks, just been a case of watering. So everything, there's weeds and all sorts going on in here. But leeks wise, yeah, they're decent size. We've just made a pot full of soup, which I've just bagged and put in the freezer, and I've still got 2 big leeks left, so it looks like I'll be doing a few more things with some of these. So I've got plenty of leeks to grow for food. None of them have went to seed yet, which is good. Another couple at the back there. These are the Yorkshire Giants. That one, bring it to twist at the top there. Onion, I don't have my measuring tape, so I'm afraid I can't measure them. This is one of the giant watermelons in the 3-litre air pot here, which I will be putting into the soil and letting it just traipse around here. Or I might just put it in the corner somewhere, like put it down in the corner, let it traipse up the side and do some hanging ones. I don't know, we'll see what happens when I get that week off. Onions, I've had one of them is split, but these ones here are coming, I think are on fine. Once again, I haven't got my tape, so I can't measure it. This one is the biggest one. I'm guessing this is just under 20. That's a guess, because I was 19 and a half last time I was down, so it's just over 20. It's still sending out some fruits at the top, but once again, these are all barley thrip damaged, as you already know. But this is the one here which this is the one that's split. So I've removed the outer skin. I'll tell you what, that'll do for a few sandwiches. Do for some gravy. Actually, the one I took home, I took a layer off, and I used that one layer, did the whole of the gravy for that dinner for that day. But that'll be going in the compost heap anyways, because I'm not going to be using that. So I've noticed I've really enjoyed growing these onions this year. I know better next year, because I'll be putting a lot more in next year. Not just possibly in here, I'll do some outside as well, because I'm just going to focus on a few things next year instead of lots of things, because as you all know, I've done too much, so I'll be focusing on a few things next year. This one I've put in the ground, and it's starting to push out. There's no sign of, oh, there is sign of fruit on there. So we've got one on there, which is already on there. So we've got one there. There's another one at the back there. Oh, this marigold smells lush. I love the smell of marigolds. Tomatoes that I put in here, once again, I think these are the big daddy or the big boy ones. I can't remember which ones were there. There's some fruits coming on there. They're not looking, it's not looking the best, like. And I've the ones outside, the leeks outside I've got. Betty black leeks. They've got rust on, and but everything's still doing. They're still gone. They're still doing all right. They'll do for if I want to try to save some for seed. I don't know. I'll see what happens. But next year I'll probably be starting afresh next year, and I've got my sources to get some good seed, some good leeks from, some good onion seeds from, some good plants from. So fingers crossed next year we'll do a lot better than this year. Right, I'll take you into the middle greenhouse and I'll show you what's going on in the chilies. In here it's all plants galore. So we've got the jalapeno starting to get some fruit on there, and all 4 plants doing alright. They're doing alright, they're a nice size. Which one's this one? The hopscotch. There's no sign of fruit on there yet, but there is some sign of the flowers, of course, on there. These de Cayenne, I know they're de Cayenne because they're the first ones that I got fruit for. They're coming along. They're good size then. It's a good size. There's loads of fruit on the back one here as well. Look at all them. Fantastic. And they're still producing more flowers at the top as well, so we're going to carry on with these. Now when you start getting the fruits, it's a good idea to start putting in a high potash feed, like liquid seaweed or something like that, because that helps encourage the fruit growth. So little tip for you, feed them twice a week, which, like I say, what I've been doing as well. Now these are the de Cayenne as well. Now it's, once again, there's some good sized chilies on here. These are patio sizzle. Still there's plenty fruits on there. Now these ones are the ones which should have 4 multicoloured, different coloured fruits. If I look at the back here, actually already starting to get some on there as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that turns out like. And the habanero at the back, they're in the 2 litre pots. Let's see how they get on. At the minute they've got fruits on as well, just starting to form. I'll spin you around to this side. We've got peppers on this side. Now these at the back of the Romano mixed. And if I go underneath here, we can see. Oh, sorry about that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's a cracking pepper, that. There we go. Nice size pepper, that. Just spotted that there. So if they're all going to be that size, I'll be over the moon. But there's plenty of growth on. A lot of people message us about these holes in the leaves and things, saying that they're caterpillar. They think that they're caterpillars. Now I've had a look, and I've not been able to see any at all. So I don't know whether they are caterpillars or not. And I've looked on all of the leaves, and I haven't seen any sign of any caterpillars or anything like that. So I don't know, I'm at a loss. But I have been spraying with some garlic spray in any case, and hopefully that's helped. So we'll see on the new growth at the top. I mean, all you can see here is growth. That's all you can see. So I apologise about that in advance. Look under here, we've got some California Wonder. As you can see there, starting to get some bell peppers on there now as well. Is there any more on the back? Well, you can see yourself what's in there. So California Wonder, that one, and the 2 at the back. Then coming up to here we have Mystery. I think these are the mini reds. Sorry, these are the mini reds. So in the rose pots, got plenty fruit. There'll be plenty of fruit on here. And these 2 in the pots here, which I haven't quite filled up yet. Coming on all right. Long spag chilies. They're shooting away as well. So we've got plenty of chilies on here. These are the ones that go really long. So we'll see what they like. See what they like. Shove that up there. But getting plenty of fruits off them, like. And on here is the poblano at the back. I need to get rid of all that. Just pull all them out while I'm here. Let's see what the fruits are. These are supposed to be the poblano chilies, but they look more like peppers to me. I don't know what the crack is with them, but we'll find out when they grow. Right, I'll take you down to the tomato greenhouse, but I'll show you the colour of the dahlias as I'm walking past. These dahlias are lovely. The mignon reds. I haven't touched these. I haven't touched them. I haven't debudded them. Nothing. So we've got the mignon reds. We've got the yellow pom-poms, which I've had loads of yellow ones. Loads of yellow ones. We've got more. These are like doubles for the mignon. These are like singles, and they're like doubles at the back. I don't know how that's worked out. We've got. This is my favourite, which was massive last year. The head was massive, but they seem to be smaller this year. Smaller heads this year. Don't know why, but I'm not really fussed because I really like these. These are really pretty. Got these are the cactus. No, they're not. They're not cactus ones. Oh no, I've got cactus one over there. I'll show you what the cactus one is. I mentioned on the previous video, on the giveaway video. Lovely colours, and we've got this. This looks like a mignon as well, from the mixed mignon packet. And coming up the back here, Now these are the cactus. So they're cactus variety of dahlia. We've got some more pom-poms here, and pom-poms here. I'll have to dehead these, I'll have to remember to dehead them. Once again, more yellow. We've got a small pom-pom there as well, the dark coloured ones. They're not very good, to be honest, this year. They were much better last year as well. I have lost a few as well. I mean, look at that, that's a lovely dark colour, that. Dark purple colour. And I don't know what this one is yet, because I can't remember seeing what the flowers were. Right, I'll take you into the tomato greenhouse and show you what's going on in there. So in here is just a field of green. There's a field of green. But if we go lower down, we'll start seeing red and green. So you can see the fruits are starting to ripen off. There's a nice batch there, which I'm going to take home. Same with the ones across the bottom there. And the ones at the back are the Sweet William Millions, which I'm just eating as I'm going across. And if I look on this side, they're starting to ripen off on this side as well. These are the money maker and the Gardener's Delight. And these are the ones I've been having problems with the rot, the blossom end rot. Now I have sprinkled some calcium on the top, some eggshells, and I've actually getting some calcium powder as well, just for ease. But these are coming along much better now since I've done that, so I'm pleased with them. Now if we go to the back where the Spanish tomatoes are, now these don't look like Spanish tomatoes. I thought these were a beefsteak variety, but I tell you what, there's some great sets of tomatoes on these. There's one full truss. There's another full truss. There's another full truss. There's another full truss. There's just the trusses all the way at the top. They're fantastic. I'm really happy with the way these have turned out. No wonder Jeff was happy as well. I got these from Jeff Foreman. So Jeff, thanks very much for these. I'm looking forward to seeing what they taste like as well. But there's full trusses on all of these, so I've still got seed from this year as well. So I had to use all my seed, and these are grown in the ground. So even if it's just this variety that I've done this, I'm definitely going to be growing in the ground next year. The Roma tomatoes on this side, same thing again. They're just going crazy. Some good size on there, and every truss is filled. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get my balance here. Every truss is filled with tomatoes. There is a few of these which I need to sort out because they're actually grown on the ends of the truss. Producing fruit on there. Compare with this a second.
Much better.
Sorry about that. So as you can see, we've got one truss, two truss, decent sized tomatoes as well. I say these ones are for the sauces, so I'm pleased I've managed to recover these. There's three truss. I'm starting to get some more on the top here, and all. There's the fourth truss, and they're starting to develop more flowers on the top there. I will have to go across these and try and pick them all out. Get all the branches off, let some airflow in here. They didn't grow like normal tomatoes. They were a bit deformed. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's the soil or what, but yeah, these have turned out all right with a bit of care. There we go. See the tomatoes on there now. So yeah, everything's ticking on in here, and then I've even got this small one here starting to change colour, starting to ripen off. So yeah, everything in here is looking good so far. Considering what's been happening. Next year I will be digging that out because I will be putting all the tomatoes in the ground. Be a lot more neater, a lot less work. Regards to water and things as well, and I can mulch the top as well with some manure and stuff. So that's going to be the plan for next year. So I'll take and show you the watermelons now and the giant cabbage next door. Before I head next door, I'll show you the sunflowers. These are the giant sunflowers, and now the heads of them are massive. I mean, look, there's my hand. The huge stems. Get my hand on that. It's been a great great sunflower to grow. I'll be growing some more of them. Now the only issue I've got is the black flies that come on. I've got loads of little aphids and everything on there, but with the aphids and everything come the ladybugs. So oh, there's one there. They're all over. I've got loads of ladybirds on these plants, so I've just left them. I'm not going to spray them, I'll just leave them. And I will be collecting these seeds, and these seeds I will be giving away as well when they get sorted out. And I'll be keeping some for myself for next year as well, so look out for those. There's not much going on in this section anyways. I have actually pulled a few of these parsnips out to try and thin them out, and I've been quite pleased with how straight they've become, how straight they are and things. So look forward to the final crop of pulling these parsnips out. Like I say, everything looks a bit of a mess at the minute, but it will get tidied up. Pumpkins, yes, pumpkins. So I've got some mildew on here, but it is what it is. As you can see, my pumpkins are coming along. Canny, there's one. There's another one in here as well. In the midst, there's another one down there. There's two. Come across the side here. There's three, and there's another couple running up there somewhere. So I've got 3 pumpkins so far, so there's one for each of my children so far. Right, so I'll show you the watermelons. So as you remember, I put a watermelon under here, and if I go underneath, this is where I spotted the watermelon anyways. So I'll go underneath here. There we go. That's the biggest watermelon I've grown to date. So, not very big at the minute, but it's getting there. So Dave, there's the first one, mate. I'll show you the ones that's next door in the open. So I've got this one here as well, which is in the open, just in the ground, not doing anything with it. And I've got one set there as well. So pleased with the way they're going at the minute, and I've still got a couple more of them in the tunnel to play with as well. So at the minute we are getting watermelons, which is fantastic. Now I'll give you a quick look around the garden here on this side, and then I'm going to shoot off. The late zone of Chardonnay carrots. I think they're red. I think they're Chardonnay. I can't remember. I can't remember. But the carrots on here are coming along all right since I weeded them out. I've got pea pods on this side as well, so the late zone of pea pods. I've got peas. I've got pods forming, which is great. Do need to have a bit of a clear out in here as well. But peas and carrots are doing fine. Let's have a look at the chrysanthemums and the giant cabbage. Well, it's not really looking good for my giant cabbage on this side, as I found some caterpillars. So this net's been no good. So it looks like I have to spend a bit of time sorting these out. But I've just spotted loads underneath on here on this side. Loads of caterpillars on this side as well. So this netting's absolutely no good whatsoever. So I'll have to get underneath here and squish all of these. Look at them all. There's absolutely tons of them. There's loads of them. So well, looks like I'll go through all of these and spray them off and things like that. Ah man. Well, another lesson learned. I'll have to use some more protective netting when it comes to these. Other than that, they were starting to form nice heads. And these red ones are still looking alright. These ones are getting eaten as well. I just like feel, you know what it is, I just feel like everything's just starting to become a waste now. But I'm going to focus more on next year. Chrysanthemums, they're starting to come up. Spray chrysanthemums, there's a flower. And there, these are all cuttings from the mother plant, so these are all 3 plants. More colour coming out on there, more colour coming out on there. Like I said, it looks like these are all pink. I thought it may be in a bronze one or something like that, but it's not, it's all just coming out pink. So yeah, it is what it is. Onions, the Mammoth Improved are still here. So these are the ones I grew from seed this year. So once again, let's see how they come out. But at the minute, the way things are, it's starting to become a bit of a loss. Once again, everything's catching up. So I'm going to take it back next year and get sorted out with these carrots in here that Elizabeth sowed. Let me check on these. Let's have a look. Oh, she's got some in here. More weeds as well, like, but I should be happy with that when I tell her. Pull one of these out and see what it's like. Pull this one out here. Oh, there we go. Nice little carrot there. So this is where I'll be growing my carrots next year. Put my carrots in these beds next year because they grow really well in here. So we'll focus on that next year. Well, let's finish on a high anyways. I mean, at least I've got plenty of bees in the garden. These are the speckled mixed dahlias, which have romped away. Got a couple there. I've actually spotted one over here which will look absolutely fantastic. This one here. Now that one there, even though it's hidden down there, is absolutely beautiful. Purple with the reddish tinge on the top. They look lovely. Now all of these are different heights and different sizes. Another one that'll be coming up shortly. Coming down here. Still plenty that haven't flowered yet. There's another one there. Speckled mix. And keep coming down at the bottom here. And these ones are beautiful colour. They're a lovely colour, these ones. I don't know, I can't remember which ones these are. I think these are Arabian Night. But so far so good. Been successful with the cuttings in any case. Still plenty to come on this side, and still something to come on this side as well. Now I won't put these close, this close, and next year I will definitely label a lot better, a lot better, because these are a bit all over the place. But I only put them in the garden for colour, so never mind. Chrysanthemums, I've been across here and pulled the suckers off. So when I say suckers, I mean like the likes of that there. So the sucker comes off there. And these are the ones I got John Peace. Starting to develop a bud on. So I'm looking for them. I'm excited to see how these come out, to be honest. Now it did mention in one of his videos to start putting bags on when they get like this. It stops the earwigs or the bugs which like to peck at these. So greaseproof bag or something like that. So I'm going to have a look around to see if I can get something, just put it on. If not, then unfortunately it'll just be getting left. And we'll see what it comes out with. I mean, these ideally I got 4 stools so I can take cuttings for next year. So like I say, do a lot better next year when it comes to it. So I'll take you in the top greenhouse and finish off for the day. So that's what's happening in the garden at the moment. As you can see and hear in my voice, I'm a bit disheartened, but that's all of my own doing. Not having enough time in the day to get things done. Same thing again, doing too much, but I've reiterated that several times over. So next year, I'm writing down a plan of action, where things are going. Next year will be minimal as possible, because I'm going to focus on getting structures built, things put in place, fires put in place, shed finished off, raised beds sorted out, shed at home potentially built, sorted out as well. All these things take time. Cauliflowers I might not do next year. I might just focus on, I'm going to write down what I'm going to focus on. Some of them will be pot stuff. the stuff that I'm going to be using. So next year is going to be a lot different from what I've done this year. I'm going to be doing the leeks and onions again. The wife's asked if she could take control of the back garden for the flowers and things. Crack on, love! And I'm going to be buying a lot of flowers in as well. I've already got my list already made of flowers which I'm going to grow. The Sweet Williams I'm growing myself as well, because they're quite popular, but they are expensive if you want a fair few, and they're biannually, so they come twice, and that's it. So you need to buy more in, so there's no point in buying. I bought the ones at home which you've seen when they'd already flowered once. I got them 50p each. So next year, with us having some funds, I'll be able to put money away. I'm going to start getting things sorted out, getting stuff put into place. I'm going to get some help to come down and get them sorted out, because there's a lot of work still needs to be done. So always think of the positives, always look at the positives. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So at the moment, being found out, found myself out as well, but it's all about learning, isn't it? So I'm going to be a lot better prepared and a lot better well off come next year. So basically next year the plan is to get, like I say, get everything in place, get everything sorted out, buildings done, just basically get in somewhere where just be sorted and done, like my benches. This was a big thing I wanted to get done this year, and this is one thing that's helped out a great deal. So I've got space and things to put it. This is basically like a little, it's a potting area, and somewhere to put the plants and things. I want to get the benches sorted so I can just water from below, and that's it. It's easy watering. I'm going to get benches, like raised benches sorted, so I'm going to get some gravity fed stuff. Neil from Grandad's Allotment had great success with his tomatoes this year inside with the watering system that he put in place, so I'm going to take heed from himself and some other growers as well when it comes to the watering, because of course with work and things like that, that's one less thing to worry about. If it's automated, all I have to do is come and fill the bucket up. A lot of things and plans in motion at the moment. Even if it means I'm not going to put as much in next year, I'm going to be getting stuff sorted out and put into place, so when I'm finished I can just sit back and just get sorted out, basically minimising all the hard work and trying to get it done as easy as possible, with good success in the long run. But it's a long ongoing project, but I've yabbed on too much now, so I'm going to get away. So I'll be soon, and I'll see you possibly tomorrow or the next day, and we'll see what I can get tidied up and sorted. I'm going to do a little bit and often, so I'm going to start from the top of the garden and work the way down. So I'll show you. It should be fingers crossed, there should be a massive difference over the coming days, the coming weeks, of how the garden is and the state of the garden is, because I want to get everything sorted out. But from me, from today, see you later.